if you're a freelancer or a business owner and you want to build a personal brand so that you can get clients and position yourself as an expert in the industry, or if you're someone who is working in corporate and you want to get better job opportunities, then this video is for you. So if you are still questioning about if you should build your personal brand on LinkedIn, then let me tell you, LinkedIn is a very powerful platform, and if you invest like your time and energy, the ROI will blow past your expectation. It lets your name travel further than your work or resume ever will. It builds trust before you even enter the room. It opens door for you before you even ask. And being good at your job does not guarantee security or clients, but building a personal brand, it gives you safety net, it gives you leverage, it gives you options. So if you are looking for a sign to build a personal brand, then this is your sign to get. I have worked with more than 15 founders and coaches to help them build their personal brand, and in this video I'm gonna give you a step-by-step process to build a personal brand that makes you money and gets you hired in your dream companies. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. How to get your first 1,000 followers on LinkedIn in 30 days. This video is not for you if you cannot spare at least 30 minutes per day on LinkedIn. You can take Sundays off, it's totally fine, or any one day of the week. But if you're aiming for 1,000 followers in 30 days, then you will need to commit 2 hours per day, 6 days a week, right? And if you're not willing to interact with people or to start conversation, like if you're an introvert and you feel that I cannot talk to people, then this is probably not for you. But if you're an introvert, but if you're willing to, talk to people, interact with them, then keep watching. If you're just looking to pitch your services without building real connections, so if you're a freelancer or business owner, you want to pitch your services without building real connections, people are just not going to buy. They need your content to build trust. It takes time to build trust. And the last one, if you're not planning to stick around for the long term. See, personal branding is a long-term game. If you're thinking about that, I'll post here for a few weeks and maybe 1 month or 2 months, then probably you will not get the results. The more you will be consistent on personal branding, the reward of building your personal brand is exponential. The more time you will invest in this, the more ROI you will get. And if you are someone who is like super busy and you don't have like 1 hour a day, then at least start with 30 minutes a day. Do it as much as you can, because something is better than nothing, right? Okay, so in this video the strategies covered, these 5 strategies are only covered. So I'll talk about the core concept of personal branding, how to do competitor analysis, how to optimize your profile, content strategy, the concepts of content strategy and engagement strategy, because these two, a lot of people get confused, right? So let's move to the next part. Core concept of the personal branding. You cannot build your personal brand without having the clarity or without knowing that why you want to build your personal brand. Like, what is the purpose of building your brand on LinkedIn, right? Because you are investing your time and energy here. So if there is no reward at the end of it, if you don't know the purpose of building your personal brand, there is no point of investing that time and energy, right? So it starts with asking, like, who are you? Your skills, passions, values, expertise. Write it down, everything, right? What do you offer? Like, if you are freelancer, like, what is your niche? What are the services you provide? If you are someone who is working in corporate, then what are the skills that you bring to the table, right? What is your job description? You can talk about that. Who do you serve? Your ideal audience. So if you're a business owner, if you're a freelancer, you already know your ideal audience and what are their goals. I hope you know that, right? Their problems and how you can solve their problems. And if you're someone who is working in corporate, so your ideal audience would be someone who are like, recruiters, senior managers from different companies that are in, from your industries, team leaders from cross-functional teams, your juniors. You can talk to them. But if you are a corporate person, I would really suggest, this is what I have been suggesting to my friends, that talk to your younger version of yourself, 1 year old younger, 2 year younger. Talk to that person, talk about your experiences, and things will work out for you. So you don't need to worry about so much. Just talk about your experiences and everything. But if you are someone who is business owner and freelancer, you need to literally define your ideal audience, what are their goals, their problems, and how do you solve their problems, right? And combine everything into a clear, concise statement. And I have given you this example, like I help then add your target audience achieve their goal through like ABC solution, whatever solution you have, right? And brand positioning statement is a like shortest way to introduce yourself. It's like after when you have built your brand, people will know you from this one. your brand positioning statement. Okay, this person does this. Okay, this person is this, right? So, and if you have any questions, you can drop it in the comments and I'll solve you. Okay, then now competitor analysis. So how will you do that? First of all, identify your competitors, at least 10. If you want, you can do it for more, but 10 is like a standard good number. There are two type of competitors, like direct and indirect. I would suggest go for around 6 to 7 direct competitors and then rest indirect competitors, right? Direct competitors are someone who is exactly like you, right? And indirect one, someone who is like, adjacent to your niche, that like their audience overlaps with your audience, right? So you can check their content out. You can like analyze their profile, the whole thing, like the kind of content they have, the visual branding, the headlines, the banners, the about section, content, like everything. Okay, and literally take note of everything. I generally do it in Google Sheets, and I literally write like everything whenever I sign a new client, because for myself I have done it like many times. But whenever I'm working with a new client, someone is from like different industries, so I do this exercise for each and every client so that I can deliver best to them. Now comes profile optimization. So first of all, profile picture. Obviously, I don't have to tell you about this, but I see a lot of people, they are not using good profile picture. So LinkedIn is obviously, it's not as stereotypical as before, but still it is a professional platform. So you cannot post pictures like that are not LinkedIn suitable, so use a clear picture, like your face should be like clearly visible and recognizable, and a well lit picture with clean background. Maintain your like eye contact, smile, like basically look a little approachable, right? Your banner is basically LinkedIn cover, and you can add your tagline, key message. So if you're a business owner or freelancer, you talk about what you do, your services, so that your ideal client persona, ICP, means they should be able to understand how you can help them. But if you are someone who is working in corporate, you can add something like along your values, like what kind of things that you believe in. If you believe in teamwork, do that. If you believe in personal growth, add that. If you believe in something else, add that, because this is what I have been found working great for them after giving so many consultation calls to people who are working in corporate. Now let's talk about headlines. So headlines are like your brand positioning statement. So clearly state who you are, how you help others, and include the relevant keywords so that you people can find you through search. So let's talk about the about section. So now let's talk about the about section. So about section is basically your detailed introduction. Okay, so start with a hook to grab attention, right? Someone who is visiting your profile, it should be catchy enough so they can read more, right, and get to know about you. Highlight that about section, highlight your skills, experiences, the kind of value you provide, and if you have gotten any results, add that too. Okay, and use a conversational tone, the way you talk, and add an easy call to action like DM me for ABCXYG, whatever you feel like. And if you need help with this, feel free to reach out on my LinkedIn. And take inspiration from your competitors, use data from competitor analysis. If you have done, you will have a lot of data and you won't have any questions. So yeah, let's move to the next part. Fifth one, the featured section. So add lead magnets, discovery call, booking links, your website, your service, offers, and these things if you are a freelancer or business owner. But if you're someone who is working in corporate, then you can add the kind of words you have gotten, or maybe you have invited to any speaking opportunity, you can add that, or you can add something about the company culture, right? Or if you have done some big project, you can talk about that and you can add it in the featured section, right? Your experiences. So whenever you are writing your experiences, do not just add like, if you're a software engineer, if you're a digital marketer, do not add that. Also use bullet points to describe your roles and focus on measurables outcome, what you have received or got in tangible outcomes, right? Then next one, license and certifications. So if you have any relevant certifications that enhances your credibility, add that. Your skills, so add all the skills you have and prioritize like the most relevant to your brand. And you can also ask for endorsements from your peers or clients to strengthen your credibility, because whenever someone searches for your profile, if you have more endorsement, LinkedIn will rank your profile higher. And important things to remember, use the same tone, style, and messaging throughout your profile so it feels aligned. Include keywords that your audience searches for, right? So let's talk about content strategy. And content strategy cannot be created without knowing the content pillars, right? So content pillars are the foundation for your entire content strategy, and it is basically 3 to 5 core topics that you will consistently create content around, right? So for me, my core topics are personal branding, content creation, social media, my lifestyle, experiences with clients. These are the topics that I create content around, right? These are I have added 3 questions, and it will help you figure out your content pillars, right? What do you want to be known for? Obviously you need to know that, right? Your target audience, pain points, and goals. So if you are a freelancer or business owner, obviously you know this, but if you're someone who is working in corporate, just talk to your younger self and focus on what problems you had and what kind of goals you wanted to achieve, and you can talk about that, right? And how you can help them in your processes. So it's if you're someone who is working in corporate, think of it like this. Your present self, if your present self went to your past self 2 years before, what advice would give to your younger self? So think of it like that and create content pillars around that, right? So once you're clear with the content pillars, then organize your content into content funnels. So, and if you're working in corporate, then do not worry about content funnels. You can directly head out to the strategy. I have added the chapter name. You can move to there. And if you are a freelancer or business owner, stay here. So let's talk about content funnels. Content funnels are basically buyer's journey. These are stages of buyer's journey that requires every stage of the buyer's journey requires different messaging so that we can create right content at the right time, right? So you can start by defining your quarterly or monthly goals. For example, if your goal is to get more visibility, then you can use these ratio. Otherwise you can choose a different one as well, based on your goals. Obviously I'll explain in detail what is tofu, mofu, and bofu is. So tofu is basically top of the funnel content, and it is to attract new audience. And then mofu is nurturing your audience, and bofu is converting your audience. So mofu is middle of the funnel, bofu is bottom of the funnel, and tofu is top of the funnel, right? So yeah. So before I explain you tofu content, so these are the posting times that you can follow. You can use any slot and you can post content on that time. Okay, so now let's talk about the tofu content. Tofu content is to attract new audience, right? The goal of this content is brand awareness, make a strong first impression, right? So basically you are introducing yourself or your brand to strangers on the internet, right? So that content should be catchy enough. It should be something that a stranger would give you time, right? So the kind of content that you should create content on, how you got it started, right? Personal stories, failures, lessons, mistakes, or maybe you achieved something good and the process of achieving that, right? Trending topics. Obviously in every industry there are something new going on. You can talk about that. Hot takes. I love reading hot takes. There are a lot of things that people say that you shouldn't rely on inbound. A lot of people do rely on inbound. Okay, so it's talk about that, your perspective, because your perspective is very, very important. Right now, if you talk about information, everything is available for free, but your practice, the way you have learned, your experiences, your perspective, these are the valuable stuff. So post it, create content around it. So now let's talk about the middle of the funnel content, and these kind of content is to nurture your audience, right? The goal of this type of content is to build community. So basically these people know you. ICP is your ideal client persona. So these people know you, but they're understanding more about you and your services or your offers, right? So in this funnel, the content ideas to create content on, talk about their pain and pleasure points. So what I mean by this, talk about their goals, their pains, and how you can help them. You can talk about educational content, problem solving content, or you can provide a step-by-step process or how to solve something, just like I am doing. This video is middle of the funnel content, and this type of content will help you build authority in the industry. So basically after watching this video, you know that I am an expert in this area, so my authority is obviously built, right? Now let's talk about bottom of the funnel content, and this type of content is to convert your audience. right? The content goal for this to generate leads. So your ICP is ready to take action, but they are analyzing that if you are the right fit or not. So content ideas to create content on: case study and testimonials, clear step-by-step breakdown of a certain result. You can share before and after of your client result or your own result. Show them like what it's like to work with you and the kind of results you can achieve. So these are the content strategy for you, and I cannot wait for you to like implement this strategy. So let's move to the next one. So if you are working in corporate, this is the strategy for you. So basically your primary goals are: increase visibility among industry leaders, recruiters and decision makers, build credibility through thought leadership, and position yourself as a go-to expert in your function, in your department, right? So let's talk about visibility tier. So visibility tier, the first one is wide audience. So basically you are introducing yourself to strangers. The goal of this type of content is to make strangers notice you, right? And the second one is like niche and industry leaders, visibility tiers, right? And goal of this kind of content is to build authority. So your thinking, so your skills, your values, your perspective, right? And the last one is decision makers and recruiters. And this kind of content will help you get hired or basically get an interview in a big companies, right? And obviously you can use different ratio based on your social media goals, but I have found this ratio to be working pretty well. So if you are new, you can go ahead with this, or if you want to experiment, you are more than welcome to do that. Okay, so let's talk about this. So you are going to create 50% content from this section, and it will help you attract new audience. And the goal of this content is to build emotional connection with your audience and mass visibility. Use storytelling frameworks because people remember stories more than tips. Obviously, we are human beings, and I don't have to tell you that how much we love stories, right? I love stories. And how to write a storytelling content, if you are thinking, I have added a video in the description how to master storytelling content. You can check that video out. It's like very short and to the point, and you are going to love that video, right? It will be very helpful for you. So content ideas to create content on: how you got started in your industries, personal stories like failures, lessons, mistakes, trending topics that are relatable to your industry, hot takes on common practices in your industries. Okay, these are the ideas, and you can create a lot of content around it. And this is the recommended posting time that you can post. You can pick any one and you can be consistent with that time. Okay, so let's move on. So this is tier 2. You are going to create 35% of the content from this section, and it will help you build authority and thought leadership, right? And the goal here is to be seen as smart, strategic and hireable, obviously, right? And the content ideas you will create content on is talk about the pain and pleasure point. So basically here again you're talking to your younger self, right? Then educational problem solving content. You understand what I mean by that, right? What will be the educational content for your younger self? What are the like your younger self problem in life, like his her problems, right? Then provide a step-by-step process to how to solve something. These are the examples, like framework I use to prioritize tasks in high stake projects, lesson I learned from mentoring a junior team member, or anything. There are a lot of examples. If you need help, you can reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you out. This type of content will help you build authority in your industry, right? And then the third tier, you are going to post 15% of the content from this tier, and it will help you position you for an opportunity, right? The goal here is to convert that visibility into interviews, offers, recommendations, referrals, and everything. So here, the content ideas you will create content on, it will be case studies. If you have done something, you talk about that. If you have received any awards or testimonials, add that. Create content around that. You can give like a step-by-step breakdown of a certain results. You can share before and after of some things that you have done in your industry, right? Show them what it's like to work with you and the kind of results you can achieve, right? These are, I have added like few ideas. You can look through it, and if you need help, feel free to reach out. I cannot wait for you to like implement this strategy. And when you actually start creating content, please, you are always welcome in my DMs. I would love to see your content and give you feedback on it. So engagement strategy, and this is Dream 100, and I have created this strategy based on what works best. So engagement strategy, Dream 100, And this is a concept introduced by Russell Brunson, and basically it's like based on the saying that you are the average of 5 people you surround yourself with. So on online, we are going to surround ourselves with the 100 people that we want to be with. We want to be like. So first thing you need to do is create a list of 100 people you want to connect with, you want to build relationship with. And these are the numbers I recommend. 20 creators from other niche that you admire, 30 your ideal connection, like ideal client persona, ideal clients, 20 industry experts, and 30 competitors. Make this list and then engage with around 15 to 25 people daily. But do not use like AI or something for commenting, or do not comment just anything generic. Like actually talk to them, have conversation, like make friends, because obviously the kind of relationship you will build will be the kind of opportunities you will receive. It's like that. And by the way, you can update this list monthly or quarterly, however you feel. I do it monthly. You don't have to create like a totally new list. You can add few people in there, you can remove few people from there. So yeah, if you are in corporate, then this list will look a little different for you, right? I have added like 20 thought leaders in your industry. You can add some of the founders of the dream companies you want to work with, or CEOs. You can add that. 20 senior professionals, right? 20 peers, or then recruiters, and then 20 influential alumni from your previous company, college, if you have. Otherwise, like, you can leave this totally, right? You can add some people from the other categories, but make sure that you have list of 100 people, right? And then you engage with around 15 to 25 daily, and like make friends. This is very important. Build actual relationship, right? So yeah, so the other things to remember: go on networking call, like try at least one per week. Networking calls, it will help you get to know someone like in a better way. I have personally found networking call like super helpful for me. I have gotten like so many leads through the connections that I went on networking call with, right? Second one, repost your content at different times to reach like wider audience. They are like someone from the different time zones, right? Format your post. It is very, very important because nobody likes to read like bulky content. We want to have like white spaces. It should look clear enough, formatted enough, like readable. The last one, how to send connection requests. And the basic rule for this, you should know that why you are sending someone connection request. Is it only to increase followers or connections? Then please don't do it. Or if you have other things in mind, then go ahead. But make sure that you are only connecting with people who are active on LinkedIn. Otherwise, do not connect with them. And what I mean by active, that they should be active in like last 3 to 4 weeks. If they're not active in like last month, then do not even bother to message them, because they're not opening their LinkedIn like account, their profile, right? So if you want to take it further, and if you're serious about building a personal brand that not only grows your visibility but also helps like monetize your skills, get hired, I would love to personally guide you. So I am introducing like my one-to-one personal branding sprint. It's a 30 days one-to-one support. In this customized 30-day experience, we'll work together to build a strong content system that fits you, so that you are consistent for the long time, right? Optimize your profile and bio for your goals. I'll help you personally, optimize your profile, right? And then I'll also help you understand and know the new content formats that will feel natural to you, and it will feel like you. And then also create visibility in your space without trying to go viral. I will help you with some tricks and techniques that will help you, be more visible, but like not go just randomly viral. Go like targeted viral, I would say. Explore monetization ideas. We can talk about what are the products, even if you are someone who is working in corporate, what kind of product, a digital product, something that will help you build your passive income. We can explore those too. And the best part, you will get direct access to me, because this is like one-to-one. And in this, we are going to have like 3 consultation calls during 30 days, and you will get Telegram support with me. I will give you weekly action steps, feedbacks, and mindset supports, so that you can show up confidently and consistently. So if you want in, then you can find my LinkedIn profile in the description, and you DM me on LinkedIn with the keyword ready, or you can say that I want to enroll in this personal branding sprint, and then I'll send you next steps, right? So yeah, that's it. And I am so excited for you to build your personal brand, and I would love to see you guys. So yeah, feel free to message me. Thank you.